What's up, Peak Timers? It's race day, and today we have the brand new Ferrari F40 Competizione going up against 30 other exotic hypercars and supercars. And when I showed you this Ferrari F40 Competizione first, you guys questioned whether it would fit on the Hot Wheels racetrack or not because it looked quite a bit wider than our standard Ferrari F40. I'll grab our standard Ferrari F40. I've got it right here, and there it is. And you can see it is definitely, the new one is definitely a lot wider. So does it fit on the track so that we can do this tournament? Let's see. Oh yeah, of course it does. It fits perfectly, it rolls nicely, so no problems whatsoever. Let's get this Hot Wheels race tournament started. And here we have our first two cars on the starting grid. The first car that's going to be racing up against the F40, it's going to be the McLaren 720S in a Zamac finish. Beautiful looking car, and that's going to go up against the F40 Competizione, and we've got them in those two lanes right there, but we're going to randomize the lanes for each race so that it's going to be somewhat fair. There's not going to be any car favored in one lane. So let's go ahead and get our race one started. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, the F40's out ahead. Ow, and no, the McLaren came back right at the end and took the win at the finish line. We'll put our winning cars on this side of the track. We'll line them all up right here, and all the losing cars will go on this side of the track, and we'll be able to count and see how many of each have won. For race number 2, we've got the F40 versus the Porsche 911 993 GT2, an absolute beauty of a car. One of my favorite Hot Wheels castings of all time. Really like that one. Really nice one to have. Let's go ahead and race them and see who wins. So it's 1-0 for the supercars. Let's see if the F40 can get a win and come back. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, it's a close one. F40's out ahead. F40 in lane number 6 takes the win. So the Porsche 993 GT2 will join in and start losers row with the 720S up there in winners row 1-1. Race number 3, it's our first Ferrari versus Ferrari. We've got the F40 versus the Ferrari 288 GT. Oh, look at this beauty racing right here. We've got them in lanes number 1 and 2. Let's see who takes the win on this one. Ferrari versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go. Oh, neck and neck. The 288's out ahead just for the win. 288 GTO takes the win and goes up 2-1 for these supercars. Race number 4, the F40 versus the Bugatti Veyron. This one in the satin blue finish. Beautiful looking finish on this one. This is a rare Hot Wheels to find. We'll go ahead and throw them up right there. One thing to note is most of the time we'll not be using the middle lanes. The F40 is for sure too wide to fit in the middle lane where it's going to get hit by the starting line here. But some of the cars we might put into the middle lanes if they're thin enough. But for this one, the Bugatti is pretty wide. Let's get this race started. Ferrari versus Bugatti. On your mark, get set, go! Ferrari's out ahead. Ferrari takes the win in lane number 5. Quick interruption to let you guys know that I'm going to be live on Whatnot March 29th. I'm going to be auctioning off a ton of amazing stuff, as well as giving away so much free items, including this, and even this. You guys are gonna not want to miss any of these live streams. And also, if you use my link down below and sign up for Whatnot, if you've never used Whatnot before, I will also give you a free $15 to use towards your first purchase. You can use it right now when you sign up, or you can wait for my auctions. It's really up to you, but it's just a free $15 when you use my link down below. I cannot wait to see you guys there. F40 gets the win. It's now 2-2. Race number 5 back on the starting grid. We've got the Ferrari F40 versus the yellow Pagani Zonda R, one of the exclusive colors for this car. Beautiful looking in that pearlescent yellow color with the blacked out wheels. That's going right there. Let's go ahead and see if that Pagani can get a win and take the lead for the supercars, or will the Ferrari take its first lead? Let's find out. On your mark, get set, go! Ferrari's out ahead. Ferrari takes the win. Ferrari F40 now up 3-2. It's got its first lead. Race number 6, we've got the F40 versus the Porsche Carrera GT in silver with the FTE wheels on this one. And as you can see, we are using the center lane for this one because the Carrera GT it's quite thin, so it will fit nicely right there. F40 in lane number 1. Let's go ahead and get this race started. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, it's close! The Carrera GT takes the win in lane number 4, though. We are all even up now, 3-3 again, as that Carrera GT gets a win. Race number 7, cars on the starting grid. We've got the F40 versus the Lamborghini Gallardo Policia. This is the original Speed Machines variation. Very, very nice one. Love the blue on there. And we do have this one fitting in one of our middle lanes right there. So let's go ahead and see if a Lambo can get a win against Ferrari. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, it's close! Ferrari F40 just ahead in lane number 6. F40 gets another win and it's back out ahead, 4-3. Race number 8, we've got the F40 versus the McLaren P1 in yellow. One of my favorite hypercars of all time. Absolutely love the P1 sitting there in race mode in its volcano yellow color. And that's fitting in one of our middle lanes. So let's go ahead and see who takes the win on this one. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead. F40 gets the win in lane number 5. F40 now with 5 wins and 3 wins for the Supercars. Race number 9, we've got the F40 versus the Maserati MC12, the Maserati's version of the Enzo. I love the look of this car. I love it in this pearl white color as well. That's going to be going up in the side lane right there. We've got these 2 wide cars on the outside lanes. Let's see who takes the win. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's ahead. No, here comes the Maserati. The Maserati top speed. The F40 got a little bit shaky in that race, and it gives the win to that Maserati MC12. It is now 5 wins for the F40 and 4 wins for the Supercars. Race number 10, we've got a Lamborghini Aventador Mira Homage Edition in orange. Very rare Hot Wheels car, and that one's going up against the F40 side by side. Let's see who takes it in Lambo versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, they're neck and neck. The Lamborghini's not ahead. Lamborghini gets the win in lane number 6. And just like that, we're all back to even. It's 5 wins apiece now. Race number 11, it's our first American car on the racetrack. It's the 2017 Ford GT in its original blue color variation. And that's going up against the F40 Competizione right there. We've got them split up nicely. Let's see Ford versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40 absolutely destroys the Ford GT. F40 once again goes up in the lead. It's 6-5 now for the F40. Race number 12, we've got another Bugatti on the starting grid. It's the Bugatti EB110 Super Sport in yellow with the blacked out wheels, looking really good. And that one's going to be fitting in one of our middle lanes. And the F40 we've got on the outside. We'll actually make sure the cars are all nice and straight. There we go. Let's get this race started. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, F40's not here. Here comes the Bugatti. The Bugatti gets the win in lane number 3. Very close tournament so far. It's now 6-6 as that Bugatti gets the win for the Supercars. Race number 13, we've got the Pagani Utopia, one of our newest Hot Wheels hypercars, going up against that F40. We've got them in those 2 outside lanes right there. Let's see who takes the win on this one. On your mark, get set, go! Neck and neck. Here comes the Pagani way out ahead. And the Supercars are now back in the lead with that Pagani Utopia getting a win. It's now 7-6. Race number 14, it's the Ferrari F40 versus the Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. Check it out in this really cool metallic gold color. Just a great color variation for that car. Let's go ahead. Ferrari versus Lamborghini and see who takes the win. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, Lamborghini's out ahead this time. Lambo takes the win. And the Supercars now have their biggest lead. It's 8 wins for the Supercars and 6 wins for the F40. Race number 15, the F40 versus the Bugatti Chiron in the Zamac colored finish variation. Looking great in that colorway. Love the Zamac Chiron. And let's see Bugatti versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead. F40 with the win in lane number 5. F40 closing that gap. It's now 8 wins for the Supercars and 7 wins for the F40. We've got another Ferrari versus Ferrari. The F50 going up against that F40. This one with that convertible variation. The hardtop has been removed for this one. Looking great. A really cool looking casting. F40 versus F50. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, F50's out ahead. F50 gets the win in lane number 3. The Supercars once again go up by 2 wins. It's 9 wins for the Supercars and 7 wins for the F40. Next up, it's the F40 versus the McLaren F1. Probably the 2 greatest cars of their generation. You guys know the McLaren F1 is my all-time favorite car ever made. Love it so much. And you know what? I gotta say, I'm rooting for that McLaren F1 in this race. I'm sorry, F40, but that's just how it is. Here we go. McLaren F1 versus Ferrari F40 Competizione. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, it's close. The F40, though, takes the win. The F40 once again closing the gap with a win and beating that McLaren F1. I'm kind of sad. Back on the starting line, we've got the Porsche 918 Spider right here. A nice color combo in that blue with the number 18 on the side. The mesh wheels going up against that F40. Porsche versus Ferrari. Who takes the win on this one? Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! F40's out ahead. Oh, here comes the Porsche. The Porsche with the top speed. I really thought that Porsche 918 Spider was too slow and the F40 was going to win, but nope. That 918 with the top speed takes over and gets the win. F40 on the outside lane. We've got a white McLaren Senna right here with those nice blacked out wheels. And that one's going up against the F40. It's going to start in one of our middle lanes right here. It's all lined up and ready to roll. McLaren versus Ferrari. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead. F40 with the win. F40 with the win, once again closing that gap. Back at the starting grid, it's our only all-electric hypercar in this race. It's the Rimac Nevera, the original blue release variation of it, and they're going to be racing on the outside lanes. There's the F40 right there in lane number 1. Here we go. Rimac versus F40 Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40, no, the Remac's out ahead. Wow, that was close. Just when the F40 thought it could close that gap completely, the Supercars get another win with that Rimac Nevera. They go up now 11-9. Back on the starting grid, we've got the Ferrari versus the Mercedes CLK LM. Check this one out. Hopefully it stays down on the track. We've got the mesh gold wheels on this one going up against that F40 Competizione. Here we go. Ferrari versus Mercedes. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead. Here comes the Mercedes though. Mercedes takes the win. The Mercedes CLK LM with a great top speed against that F40. It's now 12-9 for the Supercars. Back on the starting grid, we've got our only Japanese car in this race. It's the Mazda 787B with that rotary engine going up against the Ferrari F40 Competizione. Mazda versus Ferrari. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead. Oh, the Mazda again with the top speed takes over and gets the win. The Ferrari F40 really struggling with that top speed, and it gets beat by the Mazda 787B. It's now 13 wins for the Supercars and 9 wins for the F40. Quick look at what's coming up. We got some amazing cars that the F40 could still beat. Let's see. Back on the starting grid, we've got another American car. It's the Dodge Viper GTSR, and this is the Hot Wheels ID variation going up against the F40 Competizione. Let's see who takes it. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, it's close. The Viper out ahead with the win, though. These Supercars just absolutely stacking up those wins now. There's 14 wins for the Supercars and only 9 for the F40, but still, it's anyone's tournament. Ferrari F40 versus the Koenigsegg Jesko in white. Check it out. The original release of this one looking so good. Really like the Koenigsegg Jesko. Let's see if it can beat that F40, or can the F40 start getting some wins and getting back into this tournament. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! F40 out ahead. F40 gets the win. The Ferrari F40 finally getting another win. It's now 14 wins for the Supercars and 10 wins for the F40. We've got another Ferrari versus Ferrari F40 on the outside lane. And on this outside lane, we've got the Enzo Ferrari right there. Check it out. Love the Enzo Ferrari. And that's going to go right there. Ferrari versus Ferrari. Can the F40 get another win and start getting back into this tournament? Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! F40's out ahead. F40 with the win! Do not count out the F40. It gets another wins. Now 14 wins for the Supercars and 12 wins for the F40. The F40 is going up against the Lamborghini this time. It's the Lamborghini Gallardo right here in that cool looking new gray colorway. Let's go ahead and throw that one up in the middle lane. It's nice and thin. It can fit there nicely. Let's see who takes the win on Lambo versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! F40 out ahead. F40 with the win! F40 with another win. It's now 14 wins for the Supercars and 12 wins for the F40. It's very, very close still. 2 cars on the outside lanes this time. We've got the Pagani Huayra Roadster blue with the gold wheels going up against the F40. Let's see if the F40 can get another win and really get back into this tournament. On your mark, get set, go! F40's out ahead. Here comes the Pagani. No, it's the F40 with the win. It's getting closer and closer. The F40 with another win. It's now 14 wins for the Supercars, 13 wins for the F40. Let's see who takes this in the last 3 races. And check out our final 3 cars that are racing. Bugatti Bolide, Ferrari LaFerrari, and the original Ferrari F40 from Hot Wheels. Back on the starting grid, we've got the Bugatti Bolide in blue and black. I love the look of the Bugatti Bolide, one of the most exotic looking supercar hypercars of all time. And that's going up against the F40 right there in lane number 1. Side by side, Bugatti versus Ferrari. On your mark, get set, go! F40's out ahead. F40 with the win! And just like that, we are all tied up 14-14. We have 2 cars left. Let's see who takes it. Ferrari versus Ferrari. We've got the LaFerrari going up against that F40. Check out that LaFerrari, one of the most beautiful hypercars ever. Love the LaFerrari with that nice V12. And then we've got the F40, Ferrari versus Ferrari. This is a very important race. Who's gonna take it? On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the F40's out ahead! F40 with the win! The F40 with a win against the LaFerrari. It's now 15 wins for the F40 and 14 for the Supercars. The F40 just needs to win this race and it's all over. And we are at the most important race of this tournament. Not only is it whoever takes the win really does it for their team, but it's F40 versus F40. And what happens is, if our new F40 takes the win, it wins the tournament. If our old F40 gets the win, it will tie it up and we'll have to go to a final deciding race. Let's see who takes it. On your mark, get set, go! Oh, the old F40 ties the tournament up. And just like that, after 30 races, it is tied 15 wins for the Supercars and 15 wins for the F40. So we're gonna have to go into a final deciding race. But what car will the F40 be racing? If you guys know me, you know it's the McLaren F1 GTR, which is going to go racing for the Supercars versus the F40 Competizione. And here we are, race 31. One race, winner takes all. The McLaren F1 GTR in black going up for the Supercars, and the Ferrari F40 Competizione going up for itself to take the win in this tournament. It's going to be a close one, that's for sure. It's still anyone's race. Who's gonna take it? Here we go. On your mark, get set, go! The McLaren's out ahead. McLaren F1 takes the win. And there you have it. The Supercars will take the win, giving credit to that McLaren F1 GTR winning it for the Supercars. But hey, no disappointment for that F40. It racked up 15 wins in this tournament. What an epic tournament. If you guys enjoyed this tournament, smash that thumbs up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.